Imagine you just came off a call. You were asked to do a demo of your feature, brand new feature or a product. You're like, yes, they really want to try it. They're gonna try it. I'm gonna follow up with them and everything's gonna be great. You send your wonderful notes that were created with probably an AI transcript thingy, and then you wait. You maybe follow up and say, by the way, I forgot to add a link to the call if you want to just double check how to use what I said. Nothing happens. People were busy, they forgot about everything. They roughly remember what you were talking about, but they have no recollection of how to repeat the steps that you took to show the feature that you have. And maybe they want to, but they're like, oh, I can't be bothered. I can't go into this recording of a call, scribble to that minute, find the right sequence, and then go and do it myself. So they don't. And then you have to follow up again and again and maybe ask for a repeat call. And so we wanted to actually create a better way to deal with it. We took our technology that we've been developing for basically transforming video into structured docs. And we said, what if we apply this to meeting recaps? And in essence, what we do is we remove all the noise from the call. No, let me share my screen stuff. Just what was actually done practically. Hey, here's who was on the call. Here's the flows that were talked about. Here's some Q&A, and that's it. And so now I'd like to show it to you for the very first time. So the way this works is very simple. You simply create a new project. There's a new one here. It's in beta. Please give us feedback, called Meeting Recaps. You give it a name. You can give it a name once because you're probably going to follow up and add them here. And then you create the project. Once the project is created, you upload a video, or you can link even from one of your recordings in the past, and you start uploading it to Hinto. So when the video basically gets uploaded, you're going to get presented with a new screen. It's super simple. One is the option to create a single page overview of the call that you had. This is really distilled down to really the essential bits of the call. Or you can create a topic-based set of articles. These are like a very comprehensive sort of manual for everything that was discussed in the call. These are great for demo sessions and calls where there's a lot of factual content packed into it, and there's a lot of need for people to be able to dive into a specific part and actually go deeper and reproduce parts of what you were talking about, maybe not everything at the same time. First, I'm going to show you the single page overview. You click on that, and then it starts making itself. To save you time, I'm going to show you what that looks like right now. Once it's created, you have something very simple to use. You have a quick recap of the call, the context and the motivation for the call, the benefits, the solution. Then we figure out what the detailed walkthrough was. We break everything down into steps that you probably took during the call to demo your feature. And at the end, when we're done, we finally finish off with Q&A that was discussed and asked, because these could be very actionable things, some key takeaways, and a summary. That is basically the sort of one-pager version that you'd send over Slack. Then there's the other option, which is the multi-article sort of deep dives. Here, everything is broken up into a structure. First, you have the meeting summary, which includes the topics, the key takeaways, and other things that were discussed. And then we have a series of deep dives into the parts of the product that were shown. In this case, it was about Hinto and the workflows. Here's the detailed walkthrough. Every step is broken down. Again, it's designed for the person receiving it to be able to reproduce everything independently without having to go back into a long video, or to just be able to remember something on the back of a video. So then there's the key takeaways and a summary. Then there's another section here and a final one around pricing and next steps. This is all very actionable, and it's designed to get you basically a full 360 of a meeting for your team or anyone else that you need to share it with. And then so here you have it. everything's great. Everything is ready for you to share. But then we thought, well, how do you want to share this? Are you sure that if people get these rich, basically, documents, do you think they're going to want to sign up for a service to get access to a thing? Probably not at the beginning. So we went back through the archives of technology and discovered a format that was developed in 1993 called the Portable Document Format, PDF. And we thought, we should probably build that in. Have an option for you to tap export and to be able to download a PDF. And in the PDF, what we wanted to do is make it very rich. So we added all the images and everything that was inside of the call into it for you to take wherever you need to take, even if you're traveling and there's no Wi-Fi on board. This works for projects, for folders, and even for the whole kind of structure of your knowledge base as well. Finally, we wanted to add a simple way for you to grab an image. Here, this is a feature request that was coming from our partners, is some of the visuals that they have, they wanted to be able to reuse somewhere else. So unlike before, where this was a hidden feature, you can download the image itself, or you can tap, for example, edit, and if you edit one of these images like this, you can then actually export the edited version. We look forward to you trying out all these amazing features and a bunch more that I didn't want to talk about today that are actually going to really improve your quality of life. See you soon.